Juan is already on the right path of self-improvement. Congratulations, Juan! But Juan got so envious of his nerd smart classmate. After the exam, he compared his exam scores to the scores of his classmate. He got 35 out of 50. Congratulations, Juan! Quite huge improvement from being able to have a 12 out of 50 score. Congrats! 35 out of 50, that's huge leap of improvement. However, Juan is dissatisfied. Whenever Juan looked at his nerd classmate, he felt so envious. His classmate always got 50 out of 50. Mathematics, science, English, all perfect score. Juan got so demoralized. What's the point of me improving if I cannot be someone who has good brain genetics? Juan is so demoralized that he felt so emotional. He is so emotional and unstable. Pedro saves the day by talking personally to Juan. Juan, I noticed your odd behavior. Come on, let's talk about something. Pedro listened to the story of Juan. And upon listening, Pedro thinks it's so interesting. Pedro, when he first started improving himself, also experienced that feeling of demoralization. He also felt the feeling of enviousness from someone who has greater achievements. Pedro smiles at the young Juan. You know, Juan, smart people is really not smart. They are in that position because they are already level 50 compared to you who are just level 10. When you fight, they have greater advantage over you, and that's the reason. They are not smart because of good genetics. They become smart because of their hard work, dedication, perseverance, and effort. Perseverance. But anyways, I hope you like that story. So what I like to share to you here is that, let me first tell you my story. So back when I was, what do you call that, middle school. I don't know if in the other school it's called middle school, but in the Philippines we call it elementary, high school, college. So back when I was elementary, I was really, what you call that, I became a student who has a potential but suddenly lost potential. So everybody thought me as just an average student. Everybody thought of me as just, what do you call that, average. Yeah, average. I am the type of student who is like, if there's 50 classes in the section, I always belong to the middle part. I always rank around 25, 22, 30. So you can see that I'm truly the average among the average. So back when I was grade 3, my teacher, what do you call that, napingot ako. So what happened there is that I was grade 3 back then, and my teacher asked me to answer some equation on the board, but I did not do it really well, and maybe the teacher is so stressed, but she punished me. She punished me by using physical dominance, and I really felt scared back then, to the point that I even doubted my ability. I even felt so envious to our top one, because he, whatever he did, always do well. Meanwhile me, I'm just average. And if not average, I did poorly. So back when I was grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, and half of grade 6, I always think that whenever there's a quiz, I really do not review that much. I only review as in last 5 minutes, because I already know the result. I already know that whatever I did, even if I did advanced studying, the results are just the same. My grades, just the same. So back then, I felt so demoralized to the point that I'm starting to believe that it's just the way I am. It's just the way, what you call that, my capability are. But it all changed because of my two classmates when I was grade 6. So back in those days, I know that they are average also like me, so I became their friends. But when it is second quarter, they managed to become with honor. And for me, coming to with honor is really like a huge obstacle because throughout my grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, what you call that, my grades always stuck at 88, 87, 89, and never managed to push past that 90 general average. So you see, for me, it's like I'm having a breakthrough that I really cannot break. It is so hard that to the point I'm thinking it's just the way I am. But it all changed because of that role model. It all changed because of that inspiration. It all changed because of them. And I'm really so grateful for it. So what happened back then is that I started to improve what I did. I started to not doubt my ability, and even little improvement, I'm already grateful because whenever there is a quiz, I always pray, Lord, sana makataas ako. Or in English, Lord, I pray that I can have high mark. And it really pays because my score did better than before, but not to the point that I'm already overcoming the score of our top 1, because our top 1, whenever there's an 2018 quiz, is always in the 17 to 20 mark. Meanwhile me, I am just in the 8 to 12 mark. So back then, I managed to have 15, 16, 17, and it really makes me happy because I know that I'm having an improvement. So you see, smart people really is just smart because they have past experiences. They have past knowledge that helps them to create better decisions. But before they have that knowledge, before they have that experience, all of them experience failures. And the bitterness of that failure itself helped that experience to consolidate to them, help them to make it more memorable, help them to create more better decisions. And that series of better decisions help them to achieve success that they are having right now. So whatever success I am receiving currently, does it really matter if I will share my achievements in the school? I don't know, because for me, other people praising me, I really felt humble, because I do not want to brag about my achievements. I do not want other people to really know my achievements, because I want people to know me based on my personality. I do not want other people to treat me because of my achievements, because that in itself, I know, will not last for long, and all of it is just a vanity. The SSLG president, what you call that? SSLG president is like the president of students in the school. So think of that, in the school, I am their president. So that comes with greater recognition, greater status, greater fame. But on the equivalent of that high recognition, you know what's interesting? Huge sacrifice, huge effort, huge amount of time. But hey, it's just me who come from being grade 3 na napingot ng teacher, that like this by teacher, to become what I am now. So you see, smart people, it's really not because they have good genetics. It's all because of whatever they did. It is because of the process. It is because of the failure they experiences that makes them to choose better decisions. And that series of better decisions is the one that helped them to achieve that success.